We're excited to present some of the lessons we learned from implementing an equity-focused peer mentoring program for high school CS teachers. My name is BT, and I'm Director of Education for the Computer Science Teacher Association, or CSTA. And our project is a collaboration across CSTA, West Ed, and the CSTA Wisconsin Dairyland chapter. Our teammates include Ed, Alita, Fernando, Amy, and Linnea. I'll turn it over to Amy and Linnea to talk more about the context for CS teachers in Wisconsin.
We have seen a large increase in the number of schools teaching CS in Wisconsin, the number of classes offered, and the number of students teaching CS over the last 8 years. This coincides with the Pump CS project, which focuses on providing professional development for teachers who are new to teaching a variety of CS classes. Most high school CS teachers are experienced teachers, and they have recently started teaching new CS courses and adding additional courses.
We've seen that 95% of our schools have 2 or less CS teachers. And in 60% of our schools, CS teachers have no additional CS colleagues at their schools. Teachers need additional supports beyond one-time workshops focused on particular curricula. And there's inequitable distribution. Schools serving more marginalized students have less experienced CS teachers. So this is why we created Mentors in CS, or matching experienced and novice teachers for ongoing rigorous support in computer science. We matched mentees and mentors based on goals, strengths, and teaching context. Mentors have 5 or more years of teaching experience, and we chose mentees that are relatively new to teaching CS. The program provides personalized one-on-one meetings twice a month between mentors and mentees. We initially focused our recruitment to high school teachers teaching equity-based curriculum, such as exploring computer science or AP computer science principles.
Mentors in CS consists of 4 primary activities: our teacher recruitment and matching, the one-on-one mentoring throughout the year, the resources we create to support that process, and the mentor training and community of practice. In our theory of action, these 4 activities lead to the intended outcomes shown on the right side. Those include growth in CS teaching knowledge and confidence, growth in mentoring skills, increased use of equitable and inclusive teaching practices, and increased commitment to CS teaching. In our design-based implementation research, we use those findings to continuously improve the activities and the resources. We've developed a multi-tiered system of supports to promote equity in our project, with connections to each of the 4 activities and resources. Here those are. Our program is equity-focused because we use targeted recruitment and prioritize selection so that we can broaden participation in computing. We infuse discussions about equity and inclusive classroom practice into all the mentoring conversations. We develop professional learning goals explicitly focused on equity and inclusion. We host ongoing training of mentors related to inclusive teaching practices and support. Now we'll explore each of these 4 activities in greater depth with both a description of the activity and some explanation of lessons we learned.
For mentor and mentee recruiting and matching, we prioritized selection. We selected mentees who served more marginalized student populations, and we prioritized mentors who demonstrated commitment to ongoing learning and experience with equity-focused PD. For recruitment, we leveraged the relationships built through prior PD and our CSTA chapter. We issued many personal invitations. We used our contact and information in applications to match mentors and mentees in one-on-one partnerships. Most important in these pairings were compatible CS courses, the school community context, and preference and goals of the mentees. Personal invitations and nominations are powerful recruitment tools. Data uncovered several ways that our application process hampered our broadening participation goals. We modified our participation guidelines from year 1 to year 2. Examples include adjusting the timeline to better accommodate district decisions and defining novice more flexibly.
Our mentoring program is structured around Zachary's 4 stages of effective mentoring. We set up each cycle to move through these 4 stages and provide resources to help participants talk about and document each stage. We also use the CSTA Standards for CS teachers to guide the focus of mentee goals and the mentor community of practice meetings. These standards delineate what CS teachers should know and be able to do in order to support effective, rigorous, and equitable instruction. We focus on 3 standards less well covered by other professional development programs, which focus on classroom pedagogy and equity. We gathered data through surveys, interviews, and observations to investigate whether the program influenced mentees' CS teaching knowledge and pedagogical practices. What we learned is that mentees reported increased confidence in CS teaching knowledge and practices, plus they developed a reflective stance toward their teaching. They also reported an increased use of equitable and inclusive teaching practices. Data revealed the need to offer more informal exchanges and flexible structures, as these were critical to building a level of trust that allowed for open discussions about the mentees' goals. Additionally, we saw positive impacts in mentors as well. Mentors demonstrated high confidence in CS teaching and developed greater skills and confidence in their abilities to mentor and support other teachers.
We developed a number of resources to support this one-on-one mentoring process. These resources include a self-reflection, relationship building tools, a partnership agreement, goal-setting templates and example goals, and mentoring meeting logs. On the right-hand side of this slide, you can see an example goal-setting template, as well as at the bottom, the start to a mentoring meeting log. Through our design-based implementation research, we learned a lot from teachers about what works, and we've worked to continuously improve these resources. Some adjustments we've made over the last year and a half include simplifying and streamlining structures. For example, in our self-reflection, we both reduced the amount that teachers had to complete, and we transitioned from a rubric to a simpler checklist. We also compiled many resources into a single spreadsheet. We created example goals aligned to each focal standard that teachers could either adopt or use for inspiration, aligned to their priorities. We also resequenced the mentoring teaching cycles to focus on teaching standards that made the most sense for that time of the year. Finally, we supported more flexible implementation to support a balance of the structured and organic mentoring conversations, as well as the immediate needs and longer-term growth and visioning for teachers.
A key part of the program is mentor training. This includes our initial mentor training in the summer, plus monthly community of practice meetings for the mentors throughout the year. Due to the distance between participants, we hold these sessions virtually. At these sessions, we reflect on progress, build community, and share promising practices. We apply learnings from our equity and inclusion book club and discussions.
What we learned from our training and community of practice meetings is that teachers need a chance to connect, process, and continue learning while building a sense of community. Mentors especially benefit from scenario-based learning, developing exemplary goals together, and planning supports for mentees. Many mentors then informally adopted similar goals as their mentees to create a more collaborative experience and flexible mentoring relationship. We found mentees need additional supports to feel part of a broader community, so we added more opportunities for mentors and mentees to come together.
We have some promising findings from our initial 1.5 years of implementation in supporting teachers and increasing their efficacy, equity, and longevity in the discipline. We're excited to continue to grow and shape our program informed by research. Thanks for taking a moment to learn about mentors in CS. We'd love to receive some feedback you can reach out to us on the web at csteachers.org/mentors, or you can reach us by email at mentors@csteachers.org. Thank you.